This improv story is based on the idea of a man steals horse by accident. Let the story commence. Craig was a horse thief. There are such things. It's that simple. Some of these horses cost $1 million. And he was in charge of stealing them. Do you know how you steal a fucking horse? Do you know how you take the horse away? You ride the fucking thing. It's that simple. There's no key. There's no lock on it. It's not like you get there and the horse's leg at the knee has got a kind of clamp on it, so the knee kind of sort of bends. So you have to, nothing you could do. You ride the fucking thing away. But it's not just that simple. It's the sneaking out and getting away, and then would you? They've got alarms and sensors and stuff like that. And here's what's really clever about my storytelling technique. That's actually, you think that's the main story. That's actually the B story. That's actually the B story. That's actually the kind of sub sort of story. So he was a horse thief. But here's the thing. He went to steal it. And then a portal opened up. And this guy came out wearing all silver and all that, and hair all sort of spiky. Specs like that size. Like a visor, and you could see things on it. And he had a kind of tablet looking thing, but it was see-through, because that's an improvement. See-through. And he said, "Oh, we appear to be in the wrong. We've landed perhaps a little bit off the Andromeda system." Or that. And Craig was like, "Huh?" And this person said, "Oh, good morrow, sire." And then this other person fell at the portal. Like this. "Where have you landed?" I said, "No." "We have company, Jock." "What?" "Oh, well, wait then. Hello, your Highness Eminence, I don't want to say here." And Craig went like that. "What's going on? Is this really happening?" And the guy, Jock, went like that. "What day is this?" And Craig went, "Tuesday?" And Jock went, "No, what year?" And Craig went, "What year? Are you alright, man? We're back in good old 2022, said Craig. And Jock went like, "You put us in the wrong place again, you cunt." Cunt was the name of the boffin guy, the scientist. He did have a real name, but he was used to calling him cunt. He just called him that now. Just then, another portal opened up and a baddie came out. A villain. And went like that. And Craig was turned inside out. And then the horse was turned inside out. And then the two of them were put together. Cunt and Jock fucked off back into the portal that they came out of. And the portal shut. And then did I say that the horse and Craig got put together? Right, and then the villain fucked off as well. Once he noticed that Cunt and Jock had fucked off, he went like, he went, "Oh, dude," and he jumped back in the portal. Because the villain's a mad genius, an evil genius. He gets that hyper focused on doing evil things that he loses track. Oh fuck, what the goodies he's meant to be catching up with, and he lost track. He lost the track. Jumped back in the portal. Didn't find him for another 1,000 years. But that's nothing. And by the way, I mean it took him 1,000 years to catch up with him. I don't mean they were 1,000 years away in the future and he just like time travelled. He 1,000 years had to elapse in his time to get there, but it was nothing to him. Nothing. Anyway, so the next day, the person who owned the horse came round with the person who looks after the horses, the stable hand, and said, "Yes, I think we need to remember that it will be last chance's race on the Monday at what's a horse? What's a track? No, not Ascot. Cheltenham. Last Chance will be racing. Last Chance is the name of the horse. Last Chance will be racing on Monday at Cheltenham. So remember, yes, I'm right on it, sir. Right on it. And then they walked in, and they opened the door where Last Chance was, and what they saw baffled them. It was like somebody, if you think of a centaur, Greek mythological creature, body of a horse, man coming at the front where the head of the horse would be for the waist up. It was like that, but inside out, and in the ring bit. He was coming out, hanging out its arse. So if you imagine a horse giving birth, you know, when the kind of the calf or whatever the fuck, foal is hanging out and it's in the bag. It's in the bag and all that. Or whatever it is, or slimy. It was like that. Only all looked kind of inside out. There's the horse. Craig was hanging at the back, and here's the thing, he was still alive. He wasn't just still alive, he was only alive because of the horse. This evil cunt had joined him so that the muscles and the veins and some of the kind of the, what do you call it, the cerebral cortex, cord, backbone thingy, you know, cortex, cerebral, don't know, was connected. So the horse and Craig's mind were sort of experiencing the same sort of thing. And then Craig is having to actually think these horse thoughts as well. And it's fucking mental. And the owner went like, "Oh!" And the stable hand went like, "This is the thing to do, sir." Ah! And fucking battered in the horse's head. Here's the thing. The horse mind was dead. They chopped the horse's head off. And the horse got up. And Craig was hanging at the back. So if you just try and picture this. Picture a horse inside out. Standing up. But with no head. Right? I don't mean he's got the neck and then, like for the shoulders. Right? Shoulders, neck, completely off. Big fucking hole there. But hanging out the back as if giving birth was Craig inside out. But Craig was the horse. Craig had the mind, was controlling it. So Craig just ran away as the horse. And he's hanging at the back like that, you know, kind of flapping about. His head was scraping along the ground. He had to sort of like go like, he had to sort of bend himself up like, you know, there's only so much you can hold yourself up above the ground like that. Because he was hanging down. He's like, ah! And then, like that. And then he did a kind of, you know, when a horse kicks back the way. He did that because he thought, if I do that, if I kind of buck up, then I won't be hitting the ground as much. But he kicked back, he kicked his fucking head off. So for a wee while, the horse was running about, the horse, Craig, sort of centaur, was running about like a headless chicken. Still alive for a bit, but it's just kind of reflex things the way like a headless chicken. Just kind of ran a bit in circles, and it sort of fell on the ground, and it was sort of like running. Have you ever seen a dog dreaming that it's running? Just sort of lying on the side of the ground like that. Like that. The horse was like that. With Craig hanging out the back end when he he'd. And then the stable hand guy ran up to it. And he thought, oh, listen, nobody's about, so he pumped it while it was still warm. The end. Okay. It would just be gone to waste. It would just be gone to waste. Do you know what I mean? It'd just be gone to waste.